What's going on, folks? Back at it again with Dr. Bonehead to bring you all another ToG ranking video, this time the top 6 moments in the workshop battle arc. If you guys enjoy the content today, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, sharing with your friends, and commenting your thoughts down below. What were your thoughts on our top 6? What ones would you have put in there? Would you switch it around? Let us know all those thoughts in the comments down below. And obviously, make sure you are subscribing to Dr. Bonehead's channel so you can get all the ToG content that you could want and the continuation to our ToG ranking series. We go bi-weekly on these, so the next video will come on Thursday for Dr. Bonehead's channel, followed by ours, followed by his. You know the drill. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop into our top 6. All right, coming in at number 6 on our top moments list for the workshop arc is when Hwoarang and Gosang finally go on their little mini date, right? They bring each other to the ball, as it were. This was adorable just because if anyone deserves to be together, right? There's arguments about, and Dorsey needs to end up with Bomb, or so-and-so needs to end up with so-and-so, right? And there's all these arguments. I think a lot of people can agree that Hwoarang and Gosang as the pair just has to be what we all wanted, right? I would be hard-pressed to find anyone who disagrees with that statement. So I think that this scene where they are together and they are talking, although a little awkwardly, really was something special. It was really cute. We got to see a lot of character development from Hwoarang and some from Gosang as well, and we just get to see what Hwoarang really feels. He tells her how he wants to come back to the team at that point. He expresses how he truly feels, and because of his little wing shield foot thing that, you know, goes based off what he's feeling in that moment, if he's using a power or whatever, you can tell he genuinely means it when Gosang is like, oh, I don't know how I look in this dress, and he's like, no, you look beautiful, like, you look good. And she looks, and there's a bunch of hearts up there. It just makes me smile, because it was much needed for a story that can be dark from time to time. This was something that really broke the mold on that, and for that reason, we believe it deserves at least number 6 on our list.
Okay, and number 5 on our list is Hatz's new sword moment, which we're also kind of pairing together with Lara Rowe's reintroduction. So this is such a cool moment for a character like Hatz because, as it's been established before, Hatz isn't from one of the 10 great families. Hatz doesn't have any super latent or super special abilities. He is the embodiment of somebody that just works and works and works for what he has every single day. All the skills, all the abilities, everything that Hatz has and is able to do is all from his work and his work alone. His training, his discipline, etc. So it's really cool to see a swordless Hatz pick up a pipe and amplify it with Shinsu and essentially gain the knowledge and the lesson that the weapon that you're using, the physical weapon anyway, isn't as important as the person using it, or the potential and the training of the person using it. You couple that in the fact with Lara Rowe being reintroduced just as Hatz is in the middle of this fight, not only saving Hatz, but really bringing a solid save to Hatz and the rest of our team during the workshop battle. This moment just has everything you could ask for. And that is why we're putting it at number 5 on this list.
Alrighty, coming in at number 4, we have the Hwoarang Reverse Uno card. Now, this is sort of what the AOA guys call it, and I really like this because it's perfect. It's a perfect description. Hwoarang turning the tables against ToG. So at this time, Reflejo seems to be in total control. You know, he's been fooling Bomb, he's actually working for Karaka's sect of ToG, and he doesn't actually serve Viole, and all this stuff is happening. And then Hwoarang strolls up. Now, the reason why this moment is so cool is because up until now, Hwoarang has been essential to Bomb's journey, and she's been a fantastic character. It's always great to see her around. This is the first time that her skills as a guide show themselves like crazy. She's like, yeah, I knew you were gonna do all that, and guess what? I also planned this. And then Reflejo's like, but we did this. And she's like, no, I planned for that too. And like, everything's going the way I wanted it to. It's a really badass moment because Hwoarang just shines. You know, and at this point we're like, wait, does she have this plan? And is this gonna happen? And she reveals it, and it's such a sick moment for Hwoarang and for the series as a whole. I love the mysterious aspects of Tower of God, I love the betrayals, and this is Hwoarang's own version of that, so I think it definitely deserves its number 4 spot.
And for number 3 on our list, we are doing the moment that Bam awakens / acquires the Thorn. Now, this is personally probably one of my first and one of my all-time favorite moments for Bam as a character. Up until this moment and up until this arc, Bam's character has been a very reactive protagonist, right? A lot of things have been happening to him or have been happening around him that force him to behave or act in a certain way. But this is one of the first times that we see the character, and by extension the audience, get to see him initiate things and make changes in the story. Bam decides things, he makes decisions, and one of those decisions is getting the thorn. This is such a great moment because Bam choosing not to just lay there and be melted down, but rather choosing to fight and choosing to take the thorn is just such a great character moment. It's the moment that he decides to be a part of this story, in a sense, right? To actively make decisions, to want things, and to go after those things he wants despite the inherent risk, or despite people telling him that he can't. Anytime we get to see Bam flex his protagonist muscles, you're not going to hear any complaints from me, and that's why this is at number 3 on this list.
All right, so coming in at number 2 on our list is something that's a little more terrifying, and that's when we all thought Wang Nan actually died, and that's by being stabbed by Beta when he's just throwing his absolute temper tantrum. This was a crazy moment because I know for the AOA guys, when we read this, there was a genuine part of us that thought Wang Nan might have just died, right? And although, spoiler alert, everything ends up just fine. In that moment, it was really, his life was really in the balance. And it was really this moment of, wow, nobody is safe, right? Because Wang Nan is set up to be this secondary protagonist, the secondary main character in his own sense. So for him to get stabbed like that was just terrifying to see all around. It had a high impact on all of us, like I said, here at the AOA show, and I'm sure a lot of the audience and other people that have read this story as well would probably mirror some of the same thoughts that we did. I also feel that it is a very important moment for Wang Nan and his character, being that we truly get to see what Wang Nan is willing to do to help his friends and save them, and that is literally put his life on the line for them. He's been in a million different situations where his life hangs in the balance, or that he's, saying that he's not afraid of giving his life or his body or whatever to the cause if he needs to for the greater good. But this is a literal representation of that when he is about to give up his life in that moment. So we really get to see Wang Nan's resolve in this and see that he was not kidding when he said this, which to me makes him just such an amazing character all around. I'm sure a lot of people would agree. And we really get to see how nasty Beta is at this point in his life, right? It isn't until later when Viol or Bomb gives him basically this talk saying, sit down, let me teach you how the world works real quick. He's ready to kill anyone that he wants to kill for, to release his anger for any reason under the sun. And it was something that was really scary for the audience, but a very, very impactful moment nonetheless. So this one comes in at number 2.
And finally, the number 1 moment on our top 6 moments of the workshop battle is the moment when Bomb and Rack reunite. I might make a whole video about this moment because it's gonna be hard to contain myself. At this point, Kun suspects that Bomb is alive because of Emily and because of what he saw at the hand of Arlen. But this is the first time that Bomb is actually truly reunited with one of his old friends, and the fact that it's Rack, the giant crocodile who tried to hunt him on the 2nd floor, it's just seeing that growth all wrapped up in this one moment. If you didn't cry or get emotional or teary-eyed when reading this scene, you're a monster. You're just a monster. It's the sweetest thing. His, Rack with his black turtle, and he's crying, and he's like, you're alive, and they hug. It's the payoff that we'd all been waiting for. And Dorsey's there, Iwa's there, Paracule, of all people, is there, but all of our eyes and attention is on Bomb and Rack. Just hugging, and they don't even say much, but that one panel where they're just embracing, bro. Dude. I can't... how could this not be number 1? This might be my favorite scene in Tower of God. And don't worry, this is what me and the AOA guys decided collectively, okay? I'm not being biased here. It really is just the ultimate payoff, and that's honestly it. It's Bomb, Rack coming to terms with each other and finally just letting it all out. And Bomb, he doesn't pretend to be Viola anymore. This is the first time he stops pretending. He just hugs him back. It's number 1, bro. It's number 1.
Hey guys, that's it for this video. Again, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check Dr. Bonehead's channel next week because we'll be continuing the Tower of God ranking series over on his channel. So let us know down in the comments what you thought of this list. Again, did you agree with the choices? Would you have put new things in different numbers? Would you have switched stuff around? Let us know. Also, we want to give a huge shout out to our patrons, specifically people in the Acolyte of Anime tier. That would be Stoic and Nathan. Thank you guys so much. You are partially the reason that we get to do what we do. And we love doing it. So we hope to do it for many, many, many more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And until next time, guys, peace out.
Ninjas are samurais, blazing the kunais. Find me in the leaf of the cloud, screaming out Bankai. We just some ghouls though, who like seeing parts fly.